What grade was he in when you got shot? 10th grade?
10th grade, yep.
Yeah,
10th
so like,
grade.
what happened with that shit? That's something I ain't never know the story behind for real. I was just like, damn, that was fucked up.
It's really some shit. I ain't gonna say no names and shit, but it really was some shit going on with it's my own neighborhood shit. A nigga that really used to be my nigga that I ran with every day, but a situation had ended up happening with my brother and shit. Whoop, this one, West Snack Shop was open on Prescott and shit still. He in there in the store. It was Scoops then, R.P. Scoop, Big D Daddy and shit. He had ended up getting the store, bro, in there getting him some shit. Whoop. He got on some basketball shorts. Nigga come in there, see the knot hanging out his pocket, whoop, snatch the money out his pocket, get the fuck on. But the next day, the niggas end up coming right back on the block like shit was sweet and shit. So, motherfucking, you know, shootout went down, a couple niggas got shot, this and that. So, in the midst of that, my bro got shot though. And he fucking around, he in the hospital and shit. So, I'm on my way to the hospital to see him. Me and my nigga Don. My nigga Cam ended up calling like, come get me, I wanna go see him too. And shit, whoop, so we like, fuck it. My sister, she'll stay in the Mapleview then. She told me like, don't go towards the neighborhood, sit here, just chill, whoop. Being hard-headed, we like, man, we just going to pick up bro, this and that, whoop. Motherfucking on the way to pick up bro, he at my man's Sherm crib on Gallagher. And shit, we coming up Gallagher, shit, dog, he over there lurking. He looking for some action. See us in the car, get the lighting that bitch up, shot the car up and shit. You know, I got hit, my mans got grazed and shit. I had fucking around, got shot in the back and shit. Motherfucker came through the trunk, came through the back seat, came through the passenger seat, hit me and shit. But whole time, I'm straight, I'm just bleeding a lot. But I end up calling up to the hospital, telling my mom and I'm like, I'm on my way up there, I just got shot, whoop de. They get to screaming and shit. I dropped the phone, my dumb ass bent over to pick my phone back up. As I get to coming back up shit on the way to the hospital, my movement and feeling just getting slower and slower in my motherfucking legs. But when I had got shot in the stomach, my whole left side of my leg went numb and shit. So I'm thinking this some shit happen every time you get shot. By the time I make it to the hospital, I try to get out shit. The nigga OB was a security guard up there. You remember the one that was security guard at the high? He was a security guard out there smoking a cigarette. I try to get out. I can't move. All I'm moving is my toes. He running there, get the nurses. They like, quit moving. We'll put the thing on my neck. Get me out the car. Like I say, I'm still moving my toes and shit, but my feeling going away. But when I motherfucking woke up out of surgery, though, I couldn't move my shit or feel nothing. And they say when I moved and bent over, picked up the phone, and shit, I made the bullet move and it damaged my nerves. Like, I ain't got no type of spinal cord injury, none of that. Like, I really fucked myself up moving and shit. And the bullet moved over, damaged my nerves and shit. But, you know, my feeling and shit actually starting to come back after I've been in this motherfucker. That was 2008, with about 13 years, and that shit actually starting to come back. They say your nerves only grow like a motherfucking half an inch, 6 months or some shit. But, like, that's what really had happened with that shit. I really fucked myself up, though, moving around too much.
Yeah. Man, that shit. Anyway, let me,
Shit for real, bro. Yeah, this shit get deep, baby.
Yeah, so, like, with that happening to you so young, though, like, how did you feel about your life at that point?
I ain't gonna lie, the shit had fucked me up, bro. I swear to God, like, I had dropped out of school, all that shit, like, that shit fucked me up. So I was in the hospital probably like a month and a half. Then I had to go to the rehab place, learn how to use a wheelchair, get my strength back, all that. I couldn't pick up a phone. I was weak as hell and shit. So shit, I was in there about 3-4 months. Then when I got out of there and shit, I'm like, damn, I'm in a wheelchair. I'm like, I can't go back on the Scott. We stand on Prescott, but there's so much shit going on over there. Motherfuckers sliding through, shooting this and that. I'm moving to the east side on 17th with my cousin Honda. So the guy and shit, she was there for me rocking out, but I had dropped out of school. She tried to get me to do the homeschool and shit. But like that shit just wasn't it with me and shit. I was so depressed I wouldn't go nowhere. I just sat in the crib and smoked weed all day. That's what I wouldn't do shit. I'm like, man, I ain't going nowhere. Motherfuckers gonna look at me different, this and that. I'm thinking like, since I'm in a wheelchair, like motherfuckers don't wanna fuck with me. Motherfuckers gonna be trying to talk crazy, crack jokes, and I'ma feel some type of way, do some dumbass shit or something. Like that shit. I had to fuck around going to one of the high football games. and so many motherfuckers embraced me and was happy to see me and shit. And I enrolled back in school after that shit, and shit, since I had dropped out, I supposed to graduate the year 2010, but I had dropped out, so I graduated with the year 2011 and shit. But I had went back to school. That shit was all love. Motherfuckers still fucked with me. Motherfuckers ain't treat me different like none of my like classmates, none of that shit. Like, but far as niggas in the streets and shit, a lot of niggas got weird. Niggas wasn't coming to fuck with a nigga like thinking that a nigga just fucked up and they gonna have to do so much for me, but I'm independent. I do everything on my own shit. I wash my own ass, all that. I ain't one of the motherfuckers who gotta get took care of, but like a lot of motherfuckers changed on a nigga for real, like, and that shit ain't sit well with me and shit. Like, my brother ended up going to prison out and shit, like, and it was only a few niggas who really slide on me and fuck with me, like my nigga T-Mac, Chozan, motherfucking Sherm, them and shit, but like, a lot of niggas had changed, but that shit had me fucked up, bro. Like, that shit had me depressed. I didn't want to do shit. Like, I didn't want to go nowhere. I didn't want to do nothing. I felt like I was different. Like, but now I accept this shit. Like, I'm still that nigga shit.
Facts.